anyway, I was driving for the lumber truck, for the lumber company, and he was working on them, and I ended up getting my certificate and was wanting to get out of the lumber truck and start turning wrenches for a living. And actually, I didn't have the certificate. Now I think about it, the instructor, you know, every once in a while somebody called the damn school and say, hey, I need an entry-level guy. And one day he stood up and, you know, truck garage down in Edgewater, need somebody to bust tires. And I'm like, well, what does it pay? Well, it depends, but let's see, I think they were at that point they were paying $12 an hour. Well, that was damn near 3 times what I was making driving that damn lumber truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, hell yeah. And so I started working, essentially busting tires on big trucks like this, and continued my schooling. And 3 years later, I'm changing liners in Cummins diesels.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I'm working flat rate.
Yeah.
And I was knocking down some jack back then. It got to the point where, okay, we were a pack lease dealer, okay, and pack lease had a schedule, sometimes a payment schedule, you know, like how can I put it? They had a flat rate book.
Yeah.
Dude, they paid an hour for one tire, okay?
Yeah.
And we had like 20 or 30 tractors. And every tractor got a brand new pair of shoes every year. Okay, so about every 2 weeks, I got 10 hours of work for sure, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I was young, and I had all these power tools, and I had a good compressor, and I could change every shoe on a tractor in about 3.5 hours.
Oh my God.
And get paid 10. Okay?
Oh yeah, you're killing it.
Yeah, and the boss would you give me the option, okay, here's the damn no-fly zone here. I'd flag 10 hours before lunch. Intention to keep working or go home. Every once in a while, I'd just go to the beach.
Tennessee.
Alright, let me get to my seat.
Yeah, hold on.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I had to fire up another one. Damn phone hiccup. Yeah, we're in Tennessee now. Headed to Knoxville. And then, used to do in-service inspections.
Yep.
You know, brand new trucks, and they deliver the trucks. And the boss would tell me, he'd point at it and say, Ron, there's 24 hours of work in that truck somewhere. You got to find it. Okay. And so during the pre-delivery inspections, yeah, and I got good at that.
I did PDIs at a Dodge dealer.
Okay. For you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Got to drive all of them too.
Yeah. And that's actually where I got into well, I never drove anything with a trailer, but I bobtail, put some miles on them, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then I never ever actually dragged anything with any weight in it until I got here, until I started racing.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I ended up in Valdosta, Georgia, and I worked on everything. Damn, street sweepers, bulldozers, police cars, weed eaters, garbage trucks. Yeah.
That's great.
Yep. And I ended up, my buddy that I was telling you about, we went to school. Well, he up and died on me. And up and died on everybody. And the old gentleman that had hired him as an apprentice was now maintaining those lumber trucks. And at the funeral, he hauled off and offered me Jimmy's job. And it destroyed me. And it was about the only way that I could come to grips with his passing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, if I mean, essentially, Jay told me, he said, if there's anybody who's going to fill Jimmy's shoes in this town, it's going to be you. And I was just like, God almighty. I cried for 3 freaking days.
Oh, man.
But, you know, and then, yeah. So I went back to Valdosta, put in my resignation, went back home. And at that point, yeah, you know, I was maintaining the lumber yard. Had a fleet of international dump beds. Had a big old that they could fly freaking sheetrock up 3 stories. Had 7 or 8 ancient Heister forklifts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I got to the point where I could pull one of those in on a Monday morning, spread it out in a thin layer on the floor of the garage.
Yeah.
And by Friday, it had a completely rebuilt engine, a new clutch, completely rebuilt drive axle. I would send the steering axle out to the machine shop for kingpins, because those were always walled out. Oh yeah. Right here, there's something on the side of the road over here. All right, eventually we got to get on 75. They probably heard every damn word I said while we were looking at the thing, thinking it was locked up. You know? So anyway, what we got going on here? I'd like to get back in that right-hand lane. yeah. Terry, they go quick after a while, buddy.
What other big teams have you worked for as far as trucking goes?
Well, so let's see. I worked for Dan on the Arca deal, and eventually that morphed into a Bush series deal. And I did 2 years. Okay. And at that point, okay, see. All I've got is a Class B in my pocket. I'm not driving no haulers. I'm working on race cars. Alright?
Yeah.
And at some point, somebody needed my driver's license to put me on a rental car insurance deal or something.
Yeah.
And it come out, Ron, this is the Class B CDL. And I go, yeah, so? Well, you need to upgrade. And I'm like, no, I don't. Okay, because I've already figured out that, this job is this is the hardest job in the freaking garage. Dealing with everybody else gets on an airplane, you got to deal with the wrecks and the crap, and you're down in the, and I'm like, no, I don't. No. And it's like, Ron, do you like working here? And I'm like, seriously? And they're like, yes. We want you to drive the truck. And I'm like, my God, I already built the cars, Oh, God. So anyway, now I'm building the cars, I'm painting the cars, I'm doing everything short of setup. The crew chief back, and he showed up all day. And we spent 2 days setting the car up, and then we load up, and yeah. And, well, anyway, I rode that horse till it finally petered out. They lost sponsorship, had to close the doors. And then when the time come, Dan is trying to help me stay employed, and he heard somebody was looking for a truck driver. So now I'm pigeonholed who was a truck driver. And yet I have fabricating skills, I have, all this other stuff. And eventually I got pigeonholed as a truck driver. But, okay, so J. Robinson for a year or two. That's where I met Curtis, actually. Alright, so that would have been like 2002 or 2003. And then something got sideways on that deal. And I bounced around the garage for like 3 months, Curtis helped me, so-and-so needs a truck driver for 2 races. Rich Woodland helped me out. I met him. He put through for somebody. I pedaled the truck for him. Steve Grissom to a race for Woodland one time. He's a former Bush Series champion. Trying to think of a whole bunch of one race deals. 3 Race Cup. And then all of a sudden, somebody calls me up, and actually it was my roommate. That's what it was. My roommate was working for AJ Foyt, and actually managed to get hired on as a fabricator slash backup hauling driver. So I was building cars again. And the only problem is that race team was in its death knells. Okay, they were just the way I can describe it. And it got to the point where they had 2 cars, the 14 and the 50 number again, and would load the damn cars without the numbers on the sides of the cars, because AJ was playing some kind of a points game with the damn cars,
Right.
with the teams, and that went on for about a month and a half, and then NASCAR figured it out and said, no, you can't do that. And let's see, that was I don't remember what year that was. So anyway, we get to the end of the season, and I'm building race cars. I'm building damn race cars during the off season. You know, I'm in, and the primary truck driver quit. Oh. And guess what? Now I'm the damn truck driver. So here we go again. And we leave for Daytona. Okay, and snowing, and let's see, had to be in Daytona at 7 o'clock in the morning. Alright? They didn't get me out of there until 9 o'clock the night before. Okay, so what is that? That's 10 hours? Guess how long it takes to get to Daytona in a big truck?
I don't know.
About 10 hours. Okay. And this tractor has not moved all winter. Okay. And it's got like virtually no fuel in it. And I get to the fuel stop, or a fuel stop. Okay, and this was still, I'm going to consider it fairly early in my truck hauler driving, whatever. And actually, you didn't have that many Flying J type places. It was all still mom and pop or these epic old style truck stops. Anyway, I stopped in this one place, and it turns out the filters in the damn, and it was just taking forever for the damn fuel to come, you know. Yeah. And so I'm looking for something to do to, you know, be productive while I'm waiting for the damn tanks to fill up. Well, I crawl up and check the cars, and I'm only 80 miles from the shop, and the primary has already come loose and is wedged against the side of the damn trailer. And alright, it was one of these deals where we're thrashing to build this car, and the paint is still drying as we're loading it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get on the phone, and everybody else is behind me in vans, and I start shooting flares up, waving flags, hey, I'm at such and such. We've got big issues here. I need help. Alright? Now, so once I get the damn truck finished fueled up, I pull into the parking lot, back it up to a nice bright light source.
Yeah.
And open the lift gate. We got like 3 guys pick the car up, get it off the freaking wall. Well, it turns out that they had never welded the shock mounts on the rear. They just tack welded them on the plate and never bothered to finish welding them. So the damn shock mounts had broke and the car is just bouncing. Alright, come loose. So I get up in there, I wrap a damn strap around the rear axle. I get 6 of the guys to push down on the back up, press everything. I get the suspension.
Yeah.
I get it tied down. I got a Volvo that'll do 110 miles an hour.
Tractor?
Yes. That was in like Orangeburg, South Carolina. We run 110 miles an hour from there to Daytona.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and with all the delays, with the fuel, with the issues with the car, I got there with 10 minutes to spare. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. I don't like driving like that.
You don't like driving like that?
No, I do not like driving like that. And the rest of the guys, just to give you an idea, 6 guys in each van, they couldn't pass me. They could draft up to me, but if they stepped out in the pass, they'd come about halfway up the trailer, and then that was it.
Why is that?
Excuse me?
Why couldn't they pass you?
Because that's all they had.
Oh, really?
That's all they had. Engines, but you know, a certain diesel engine, you can hear that turbo whistle. All right. Well, when you get to the governor, and the turbo stops whistling,
Yeah.
you're done. Okay. The thing is if you're doing 110 miles an hour and the engine stops making noise, all you can hear is the tires. Yeah, that's all I heard from Orangeburg, South Carolina to Daytona. From Orangeburg, South Carolina to Daytona. Just the whine of the tread on the tires.
Never got pulled over or anything?
Only did that once. I just, you know, it was my first pan cup gig. You know?
Yeah.
And so anyway, well, it turns out a couple of days later, how can I put it? AJ's management style was, or actually it may not have been AJ's management style, because AJ was never around the shop. But the way it went was, if AJ got pissed, the head had to roll. Okay, and the way they decided that was by low man on the totem pole. And eventually I got to be the low man. And it got to be my turn. I think we made it to, I think we were still going to Rockingham at that point. I think I made it Rockingham or Darlington. And I was out on the street again.
He didn't do anything wrong?
Oh, just my turn. Just my turn. And in that's when I encountered the Larry Gunsman. Yeah. Larry ended up a buddy of mine told me about this cup team that was starting up. And it was Larry Gunsman and Chris Edwards were co-owners. And I walked in there and they had one guy working there and they were thrashing to get a car ready for the next race. It may have been hell, I don't remember where it was. Anyway, they had Todd Bodine driving. And so I hadn't even been hired yet. And I just walked in there and started helping them. And let's see. I've been there about 2 or 3 hours, and I fabbed a grill,
Yeah.
for the race car. And Todd walks in and says, "Well, I was going to do that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, is there anything wrong with this?" And he goes, "No, absolutely, it looks better than not." But you know, and he goes, "Who are you?" And I said, "My name's Ron, and I'm looking for a damn job." Anyway, something like that happened. And so I drove Larry and Chris for a season or two, and then Chris bought Larry out. They had a disagreement about some management situation. And the best thing they could do was Chris bought Larry out. And then I think we did a season or two more, and Chris was having issues getting sponsorship.
Yeah.
And was getting ready to close the doors. And Bob Jenkins had just started getting in the Cup. And okay, and Bob Jenkins being front row. Alright. And so he was running the 92 number at that point. And Chris had actually was getting ready to let NASCAR know we weren't coming this week. And Bob found out about it and kind of reached out and said, "No, you are coming, because I want to talk to you." And Chris ended up selling the team, which I believe is the 34 number. Okay. And essentially, when they bought the team, I came with the building. My routine didn't change. The only thing that changed was the signature on the paycheck. And so now I'm working for Bob Jenkins. And that went on for 3 or 4 years. And hauled off and got married again. And things weren't working out in the house too well. And I tried to. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel confident I've proven myself in the shop. I built every wiring harness that the team had. Okay, I was welding spoilers. I was doing heavy fab, and I just felt that beside, that I managed to talk these guys into let me just work in the shop.
Right.
Well, it turns out we had a crew chief change about the time I started making that noise. And crew chief had a brother-in-law that needed a job driving the truck. Not necessarily that they had a place for me in the shop, but the crew chief's brother-in-law needed a job. And so guess what happened? Ron, if you don't want to go to the racetrack anymore, I guess we don't go. Yeah. So here we go again. I ended up in race deals. Are we still on 40? I've been yammering too much. We're on 40.
I believe so, yeah. We just passed the mile marker.
Oh, you know what?
390.
Yeah, we're in Knoxville. All right, we got another set of scales coming up here, but they're a fair ways off still. You start. I'm thinking. Where was I? Yeah. Okay. So I did a couple of one race deals with. Let me think. Venturini.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I took one guy. I think it was Randy Probst. You ever heard of him? He's an epic. He's actually kind of an epic road race guy. Probst, Probst, maybe.
Yeah, I've heard.
Okay. It took him to the first race at that road course in New Jersey. I took to freaking Talladega, and he proceeded to win in an Arkansas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I took Joey Logano to his first big freaking. Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. Although I'm sure it's not documented that well. You know, it ain't like. Let's see what.
This is Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, we're in Knoxville, guys. Are you thirsty? Do you need to use the restroom or anything?
I'm all right for now.
All right, because we actually have an epic pile of truck stops coming up. All right, so then let's see. So Gunselman calls me. I'm sitting there at the house. I'm sitting there at the house one day, and the phone rings. Okay, and I want to say this was back in it was like the end of the MySpace era, or the beginning of the Facebook era. And I'd actually gotten in contact with an old high school buddy who was living, or still is living up in Lexington. And I didn't have this guy's number yet, but with the Facebook and the whatever, I answer it, and I'm talking to this guy. that it's my high school buddy. All right, and so he starts talking about he's starting a cup team, and he's starting a cup team, and he's got some money. He's going to. I started laughing at him because what it was no. How did it go? I thought of my high school buddy. My high school buddy was big into fantasy baseball, fantasy football.
Yeah.
Back when you did it on a notebook. Okay, there was no computers involved. It was just you and your friends. And I think he actually rolled dice or something. So I thought it was this guy, and he was getting into some kind of a fantasy racing league. And he's like, no, I got all this money. I'm gonna go racing. And I started laughing. I said, God damn, if you want to piss a bunch of money away like that, just write me a check. Okay? And then he goes, Ron, this is Larry. I'm like, Larry? All right, it's been 5 or 6 years now. Larry Guntzman is like the last person I'm thinking of. It's Larry Guntzman. Yeah, awesome. Okay. All right. And it's like 4 days before we got to leave for Daytona. All right. This was, let me think about this. Bobby Hamilton had just passed. Okay. And Larry had bought all truck racing equipment. All right. I mean, essentially what he bought was a hauler from the front bumper to the back bumper, and it had everything in it he needed except for a race car and spare engines, spare transmissions. It had, drawers that were stocked. Yeah, every piece of equipment he needed, he bought in a one-piece deal. Okay, and what it was when Bobby passed, he owed his engine guy a bunch of money, and so the estate gave the engine guy all this equipment as payment, and then Larry hauled off and bought the whole pile for a freaking song. Okay. Well, anyway, but it's 3 days. He just took acquisition of this stuff 3 days before freaking Daytona.
Oh my goodness.
All right. I get there, and it turns out that Bobby Hamilton's what is the word I'm looking for? Attitude towards the hauler was that the hauler does not make the race car faster, which means he's not spending any money on the hauler. Okay?
Right.
All right, I found cabinets that were full of charcoal briquettes that had 5 gallons of gear oil dumped on them. Okay, I'm scooping stuff out of holes and putting it in 5-gallon buckets and throwing the buckets in the dump. It was really, it took me about 2 or 3 years to get that hauler up and presentable.
Right. See what any.
But Larry kept busy. All right, that's Larry. We run 2 or 3 seasons, and then if Larry didn't have, if Larry couldn't acquire the funding to go racing, he'd lease me and the tractor and the trailer out. Somebody else needed their shit moved, I was the guy. Larry would charge the guy so much for the equipment and so much for me. I got a check. I was at the racetrack. on, 5 or 6 years probably. And yeah. And then finally, let's see what the hell happened. Okay, got to the point where Larry didn't have anything for me, and I'm out beating the bushes again. And actually, no, I was done. I quit. That's what it was. I was through racing. And I found out about a potential job working on school buses in Daytona. It's going to be a county job. Retirement, all that yada.
Oh yeah.
You know. But the thing was, I was getting short on funds, and trying to figure out how to put gas in the car to get down to Daytona for the damn interview. And I was quit racing. I was quit. How the hell did this go? Let me think about this. I got a phone call one morning. And got offered a gig to go to Daytona. That's what it was. I got offered a gig to go to Daytona, but I was quit. I was done. I didn't care. I was actually, now that I think about it, I was looking for work in the truck garage around Charlotte or something. And somebody flew me in about the bus gig in Daytona sometime during the day. I get another phone call later in the evening. And it was Brian Keselowski. Okay, now at that point, I don't think Brad had just started driving for Penske or something. All right, and don't get me wrong, I just worked too hard to even care who is doing what. Okay, I'm one of those guys. I got blinders on. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing.
Right.
And well, this was the night. It was another one of these. The night before you got to be in Daytona. And over the phone we come up with agreed on a price, and it turns out Carl Long was helping them, and Carl had given them the recommendation for me, and blah blah blah.
Now what was this? Was this the 92 car?
I believe it was. All right, you remember the one that Brad pushed Brian in?
Yeah, in the duels.
That was me.
That was your...
I drove that car down there. I dragged, yeah. Now, here's how it goes. All right, I don't know anybody, okay? Now, I show up at the shop. They're thrashing on the damn car. You got to be in Daytona the next day. They're still working on the, I think they were still, we passed any truck stops yet?
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, so here we go again. I throw my bags in the damn hauler, and the next thing you know, I'm helping install an engine or something, just looking for spare batteries, trying to, get the hauler kind of halfway stocked and stuff, Essentially, they're renting this place, and it's full of crap. And if you see something you think we need, grab it. Oh, okay. So it was one of those deals. Get to Daytona. So the team was me, Brian and Brad's father, Bob. Okay. Loading. We get it. That's Brian, Bob, and damn it, there's a set of scales around here somewhere. Excuse me. So, there's a pilot right there.
369.
Alright, this is probably the exit I'm thinking about. Should be a Petro up here somewhere. But, so anyway, we're unloading the car. And as we're going to the ground, Mr. Ron goes, Ron, you're the tire guy. And I'm like, Bob, I'm not a tire guy. Ron, you're the tire guy. Bob, I'm not a tire guy. Ron, it's one set of tires. Oh, okay. So, I'm a tire guy. Yeah, after that it gets all kind of convoluted and yeah, it turns out they only had the hotel scheduled to Thursday, and we ended up sleeping on somebody's floor the rest of the week.
Oh, they didn't expect to make the show?
Yeah, right. And so, yeah, and it turns out there was no money, even if there were hotels to be had, there was no money in the coffers for hotel rooms. And lo and behold, Brad pushes Brian into the race. Alright, I think this might be our scales coming up here. Alright, what's that say? All trucks use right lane. That looks like a damn scale sign there. There you go, pre-pass. Pre-pass, follow in-cab signals. Alright, so anyway, during that week, I actually took time off, and this was part of the agreement. I took time off to uh-oh, they're open, but we got a green light. Very good. We don't have to stop.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I go, part of the agreement was that I'm going to a job interview. Alright?
Yep.
And I'm going to go talk to these old boys about working on some school buses till I'm till I'm 65. Well, the interview goes well. I mean, meet all these guys and, shake hands, give them my resume and all this yah-yah. And it turns out that they had this list of crap they wanted me to send by email. Some things that I didn't have with me.
Yeah.
That were up in North Carolina. And so I was unable to finish the application process because of the racing. Okay, and then the whole time, Larry Gonsolman is in the garage trying to put a deal together. And it turns out Bob had, Jenkins had like 5 numbers that they told him. But he only had 4 sponsors, or maybe it was 4 numbers and only 3 sponsors. He had, there was one of these 4 that were, everybody's neck was on the chopping block. Okay? And Larry's, how can I put it? He's insane when it comes to putting deals together. Alright? And so Bob is getting ready to close the doors on this one number. And Larry approaches him and says, look, if I can get something going, I'll take your hauler, I'll take your guys and I'll keep them all busy. All right? And that's how I met Gas Man. Damn it. Sitting here now. Alright, and anyway, on that deal, here I was thrashing to build cars and driving the truck again.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see.
Alright, what you got?
Let's see. Alright. It says Films 510
Yeah.
asked if I'm trying to be in the shop or drive the hauler. I know that
Yeah.
I'm a pretty bad truck driver. I drive a dually for Carl Long
Yeah.
occasionally, and dually for Carl Long
Yeah.
occasionally, and Rio Brothers Racing Truck Team, and not very good at it. So
Liam is actually here. Liam is actually here to help me and Curtis with this show car deal. And then after that, because of his proximity to the racetrack, he's lucky enough to be able to help us. Right? Would that be a good description?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm looking to. I do essentially work. I work in the shop for the first half of the week, and then I go to the track with half of the week, and then I go to the track with a bunch of different guys. But the goal again is to.
Well, you got to get your face in the garage.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The goal is to be paid to do either at track work or in the shop work. But things have been going pretty well here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a truck. All right, speed limit. All right, what do we got? 90 miles to Chattanooga. That's what it looks like.
Yep.
Right. Oh. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Oh, there.
Oh yeah.
Just want to make sure you're not stepping on it or anything. You know, if you need charging, there's a port right here. Right here.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. So where was I? Hillman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Larry kept me busy with that. Larry actually had I did one season with Larry. We were a nomadic race team. I think we ended up in 6 different shops over the course of the season.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Running out of the back door of this shop, back door. We run out of Renzi's for about a month. We run out of. That may have been that first season. It's been so long. It's all a blur anymore. Then I worked for Rick Ware for quite a while, and that's where Cromwell worked. to California. And I had, I'm thinking it was a 75 car, maybe, and a backup car. Okay, now the rig had either had two cars entered in the race, but we only had the one backup car. Okay, and the backup car was essentially just, it wasn't set up or nothing. Okay, it was essentially a rolling parts inventory. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm in, passing through El Paso, and I get a text message. Ron, the backup car has been entered in the race as the number 15, I think. Okay. It's been, okay. All right. And so okay, 10-4. About 10 minutes later, I get a text message. Ron, do you want to be crew chief? And I'm like, what? Okay, and really what it was okay. The car was there, but there was no team for the car. Right? Yeah. Okay. And so not only that, all right, and I'm actually the only experienced truck driver. Okay. So I'm gonna be running around already with the two, and how can I put it? They just needed a name to put on the NASCAR paperwork.
Right.
And I agreed to it. And we ended up actually throwing a car together, and what it was the car count was low.
So
And NASCAR needed another car to avoid the television fine. Alright? Part of the television contract is the minimum number of cars, otherwise you pay us, kind of thing.
Yep.
And NASCAR had approached Rick Ware about getting another car out. And lo and behold, they declared our truck arms illegal.
Real.
Yeah. NASCAR did.
How do you mess up a truck arm?
Huh?
How do you mess up a truck arm?
Oh, it's easy. Oh, it's real easy. Oh, it's not messed up. It's illegal. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Racers are going to try and do everything they can. Now, and here's the deal. I go talk to the official. I say, dude, I have no other truck arms. These are the only truck arms I got. And he's like, okay, here's the deal. You take those truck arms to my trailer. And I'm like, yes, sir. And he goes, when you get to my trailer, there's truck arms on the counter. You take those. And I'm like, I started laughing. I said, from matter, just take those. So I take one set of illegal truck arms and grab another set.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, holy crap.
Did you ever find out who they belong to?
Don't care. So far down the road, it don't matter anymore.
That's funny.
And that official I consider a good friend now too, and he's actually not an official anymore. but that's how, and you can go NASCAR.com, whatever. It's got everybody's stats. And old Captain Ron's got a freaking one crew chief credit. Yes.
Wow.
Yep. And all I had to do was sign a piece of paper.
And go to the crew chief meeting.
Yeah. And actually, I think I missed. We were going to start last anyway. But you know, the penalty for missing that meeting is starting last.
Yeah.
So I was busy doing my regular deal, freaking coolers and all the other crap. So anyway, when they asked me text while I'm in El Paso if I wanted to be crew chief, I responded by saying, let's see, what did I say? I said, let me think about this. Well, first of all, I said, okay, the inspection process is going to interfere with my tea time. Okay? And then I said, and we got to fire that dumbass truck driver. And I need a really hot PR girl. Okay? And the response was, sorry about the tea time. The closest thing we got is Sterling, which is a guy. And I'm like, well, damn it, until y'all find one, I guess he'll have to do. So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And I was actually doing, I was fitting in real good with that. Along comes Larry Gonsolin again. And he's put together a deal with Tommy Baldwin. And in the midst of all this, and hauls off and offers me a couple of $100 a week more and blah blah. And Tommy had always impressed me, and I kind of wanted to work for Tommy. And so I quit Ridgeware and went to work for that deal. Well, the end of the season comes and the deal blows up between Larry and Tommy. But Tommy says he wants to keep me on. And so I got to spend the off season building race cars. And during the off season, Tommy was able to put together a deal. He had 2 Cup cars and 1 Xfinity deal. Okay, it was the 36 and the 7 Cup car with J.J. Ely driving. Okay. So, and we had the Xfinity deal, the 2 Cup deals, and it turns out the Xfinity deal was financing the 36 Cup deal.
Really?
Yeah. And got about halfway through the season, and the Xfinity deal blew up. Okay? They had a disagreement. No more soup for you. Okay?
Yeah.
And, well, it turns out Tommy had 3 truck drivers. Me, Woody, Marty was driving the Xfinity deal. Well, the thing was, Marty didn't want to drive a cup deal. That's why I ended up driving that cup deal. But when it come time for a head to roll,
Yeah.
guess who was low man on the totem pole again? Yep. Now, I had been around long enough to know that there just was no reason to get excited. Alright? And Tommy called me into the office and let me know that I was done. And I'm like, well, shit. And I decided that I'm just going to go home. I'm going to mow the grass. I'm going to work on the truck. I'm going to have me a couple of beers. I'm going to relax. I'm not going to get excited. I got a couple of dollars in the bank. And we're just going to, we might take a couple of weeks off. We might get in the car and go home and visit family. And if anything, the next race was Darlington. And when the trucks opened the doors and the lift gates hit the ground, somebody's going to look around and say, where the hell is Ron? And guess who that somebody ended up being?
Curtis.
It was Curtis. I had not been out of work 2 days. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe 3. I didn't get to work on my truck. I did mow the grass. And I did drink a couple of beers. But here I am. And he calls me. And tells me about this Xfinity deal. Tells me they're taking Jeffrey Earnhardt to Caraway on Tuesday for a test. And they have no truck driver. And I'm like, okay. So he tells me where the shop's at. I show up Monday, introduce myself, tell him Curtis told me to come by. We're sitting there, talking. And that's when I met Mason. The first time I ever met Mason. Mason is like, I'm looking at this kid. He can't be 21. I'm thinking he's 22. He's a kid. And he's running the joint, or trying to run the joint.
Yeah.
And so finally I go, well, I hear y'all got a test tomorrow. And they're like, yep. And I hear you need a truck driver. And they're like, yep. And I'm like, have you got one in mind or anything? No, well, not yet. And I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, why don't you just let me take you to Caraway? And I'm not even gonna talk money yet. Just let me take you to Caraway and see how it goes. And so it ended up being Jeffrey, and then also a French-Canadian girl. I think Jeffrey got the car in the morning and she got it in the afternoon or something. And what's that place?
Kind of.
Looks like
Yeah.
okay. So anyway, I took Jeffrey and this old Caraway for a test and got the job.
Nice.
And here I've been ever since.
Huh.
Don't ask me how many years that's been. I'm thinking it's, well, I'm senior employee now, so it's been at least 6 or 7.
Let's see. Gilbert says, "Hey Ron, not sure if you'll see this, but have safe travels."
That is Gilbert, Eddie, Tristan. Yeah, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we're just rolling down I-75 here in Tennessee. Got Knoxville in our back pocket, looking for Chattanooga. Trying to circumvent that hurricane, and let's all be throwing prayers up for the folks that are being affected by the hurricane, and pray God's protection on everybody. All right. Yeah, and I've been yammering. Have we passed any? You seen any signs for any truck stop?
No, I mean, I've noticed this road has a lot less.
Yeah, well, I expect we get closer to Chattanooga, it'll probably get better. I'm really thinking though, if we can find Love's near Chattanooga. Oh, look. There's a pilot at least.
Yeah,
I need to use the restroom.
56.
At the minimum.
56.
Alright.
Oh, that's 1 mile away.
Yep, very good.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a Love in 25 miles.
25? Alright, exit 25
No, 25 miles.
from here. So what's that, 31? 33. Okay, well we'll push on to 33. Curtis, I think we'll top the tanks off. And yeah. Which way we're going to approach Talladega there, buddy?
We'll go by that restaurant there and down that road.
Alright. That road with the restaurant?
Yeah, down there by the racetrack.
Alright. No, yeah, I mean, that's really a very vague description. Which restaurant? Which road? What are you talking about?
Where Mason about got his ass whipped.
Oh, the Montana? Oh, okay, so that's, oh, there's a pilot? Yeah, there's that, yeah, there's that new pilot and everything there. Okay. Hell, if we had to, we'd actually lay down at the racetrack.
Oh, yeah. But we're short of bed.
Well, we got the lounge. Got the lounge.
I slept in the lounge in the middle of New Mexico.
There you go.
Before. Not a bad deal, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to find a place to kill some time. Actually, I want to evaluate the weather and shit while we're fueling up. So what are we looking for? 33?
Yeah.
30%?
Yeah.
Alright. It might even be advantageous to shut down up here, depending on the weather, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think I have been on Mount Eagle in a truck. Maybe not. It's been a long time. Actually, I visited a friend and I was driving a damn Mazda pickup truck. That's what it was. That was like a couple of years after I got out of the service. I think. Yeah, Mount Eagle will be right there with probably, let's see, we're going to compare the, you got these epic breeds that, experienced truck drivers know about. They know about the Cajon Pass in California, the Donner Pass in California, Fancy Gap in North Carolina, and Mount Eagle in Tennessee. Okay, one of them kind of deals. And here we are going to do it in a hurricane. Well, not a hurricane. We're actually avoiding a hurricane. But it's at night, and we got our sunglasses. Yeah. Looking for 33. I think the AC's falling on his face again. I'm going to turn it off for a minute. That's upsetting me. It's actually had brighter guys do some work to it, supposedly. Outside too. It was 71 degrees when we were in North Carolina.
What is it now?
75. Fell back on the east side of Knoxville, I think it was 71. Actually got thermal beams on. do is going to lock up. Almost guarantee it. See, now they can see better.
Oh, where's that other camera?
Well, there's two cameras on the back side there. But watch it. It'll lock up here in a minute. I guarantee it did here.
Oh man, I'm getting wet over here now.
What you got?
A little bit of water.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weird, I haven't had any in a while.
Right. But it's starting to come in on you.
Yeah.
Is it pretty regular or look down at the floor? Is there like a whole bunch of wet? I mean, you remember how much water was in that door?
Oh yeah.
You see?
No, it's not too bad for now.
Okay, well maybe it's just a couple of random drips still got to come out.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Turn the AC back on. Look at that. Look at that. Feel that. Oh, damn evaporator's freezing up.
Greetings from Brazil.
Oh, wow. Well, hello to Brazil.
Nice. That's,
So is that exactly?
my eyes are getting all blurry here.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to read when everything moves.
Matthias?
Huh?
Right there?
Matthias?
Looks like.
Yeah. Well, hello to Brazil. Here's my mom. I think I saw my mom there. Mom, how'd your, did you get your surgery done today? Mom was supposed to have some eye surgery today.
Oh. Do we have an ETA for Talladega?
No, at the moment we're kind of winging it. I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers we can be in that Walmart parking lot by the time the sun comes up. Alright, but I really want to see what the weather's doing. Okay, and I'm really concerned that we're going to be pushing dude wipes to a bunch of people that will look for ammunition and water. You know what I mean?
I know.
And I really want to kind of search media and make sure there's no looting and shooting going on around there.
No, that's a good call.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just make sure that it's yeah.
Alright, let's see. Here we got Films 510 asking me about going to college in New York State. Yeah, I went to college called Alfred State College. It's part of the SUNY college system in New York State. It's a state school.
SUNY.
Yep, SUNY stands for
Like
State University of New York.
Oh.
It's a system of schools.
I got you.
Yeah. So it is a trade college, but I got 2 associate's degrees there. But yeah, Alfred State. So it's kind of south and in the middle of Buffalo and Rochester. Right on the Pennsylvania border. So in other words, the middle of nowhere.
A lot of industry there, though, right?
Yeah, lot of farms. And then,
Yeah.
once you get down to Pennsylvania, then there's some more industry and
Doesn't
stuff.
GM have like a transmission?
They have an engine plant
There you go.
in Buffalo.
Okay. All right. 7 miles. Here we go. Chattanooga. They're between Chattanooga and Knoxville. Headed south on I-75. Entering a fog zone, which kind of makes me feel like we're getting ready to go down a hill. Maybe we're getting close to that Monte. Oh, if this Loves is anything like that one in Virginia at the bottom of Fancy Gap, I will be upset. Because either A, we're going to be eating the brakes up, or B, we're going to be hanging on the damn fan.
Yeah, either way, it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why you would put a truck stop at the bottom of the hill like that.
Yeah, if you're looking for basically a trade school, a motorsports trade school in New York State, Alfred State's probably your best bet. There's not a ton out there. I mean, there's the NASCAR Tech School in North Carolina, and UNOH in Ohio, but if you're looking for something in New York, I think Alfred State's the only school in the state that offers any kind of motorsports program there. So that might be worth checking out.
So this being a state education situation, and just stop me if I'm prying too deep.
Oh yeah.
What kind of a dollar figure? How can I put it? Per semester, per unit. How would you go about describing?
It's about like tuition and room and board and all that. It's about $10,000 per semester. So you're looking at about $20 grand a year.
Right now,
That's in state.
Does that include books and?
No, that includes like room, board, and
board?
tuition.
All right. So board would include meals.
Yeah, meal plan.
Okay.
Yep. So you gotta buy, your tools, toolbox.
Per semester.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And of course you can get financial aid and this and that.
Right.
I had a scholarship.
Semester. What are we talking?
So
3
that's
months?
half a year. So
Half.
I guess 5 months.
Okay, so we're looking at 20 grand a year.
Yep.
And how many years?
I did 3. I got 2 degrees in 3 years.
Okay, very good.
So I'm not too deep. If I got accepted to UNC Charlotte,
Yeah.
and I was thinking of going there, but when I'm in the hole for 3 years of state college,
Right.
that would have been equivalent to 1 year UNC Charlotte.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So, UNC Charlotte's a much bigger school. They have a huge engineering program.
Right.
But I just couldn't afford
It
it.
sounds like they get a big old money funnel too.
Oh yeah, you're paying more.
Wow.
All right, let's see. We had a response here from Sally. Said my surgery is
Okay, so all right. Well, the first eye I know she said was doing well, and obviously if she's interacting with us after eye surgery today, that's a good thing. All right, that's awesome, Mom. I'm very glad you're doing. They finally got your stuff figured out there. That is awesome. Looking for the 33.
Oh, that it's coming up.
Oh, Hardee's. They got a Hardee's.
Oh, I love Hardee's.
Our loves. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm going to give us a little signal right here, give everybody a heads up behind us. They're all going, oh,
Yeah.
what's he going to do now? Well, I just gave you a heads up.
I think Sally says she had some palm fronds and front yard and 30-minute rainstorm.
Alright, very good. Palm fronds in the front yard, that's like an everyday event there. That's, as long as there's no trees through the roof. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, if that Hardee's is anywhere nearby, I'll walk over there too.
Yeah. Well, Curtis said Hardy. Alright, which way's Loves? This sign right here should tell us. Well, I can tell us where the Hardee's is first.
Hardee's is to the left.
Alright. Well, Hardee's is to the left. Let's cross our fingers and Loves is to the left. Nope, Loves is to the right. Sorry about that. Alright, yep, there it is right here. Looks like we're gonna make a U-turn into it almost.
Oh boy.
Yeah, keep an eye out for signs that say truck entrance. Come on. Oh, here we go. Alright, trucks.
The sign says trucks that way.
Yep. I think we might just find a spot to put this thing before we do anything. Just take a little break. Evaluate the situation. Maybe. Although this place looks tiny. Oh, it's one of the places you gotta walk 200 yards.
At least there's steps.
Huh?
Yeah, we got some stairs in there.
Let's just pull through the palms and evaluate what's going on here. Actually, we were talking about fueling up for it. Alright guys, I'm going to interrupt the feed for a little bit. I'm not going to end it. But I'm gonna do some online stuff here real quick. And then we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright? Big garbage can in it.
Yeah.
There we Okay, guys, I've just been looking at the weather, and it looks like Talladega is right on the western edge of what's going on, and I don't think I'm going to get too excited about tomorrow. Alright, so anyway, we're back. Here, let's do this. I'm going to fuel. What's in there? McDonald's?
Yep.
Alright. All three of us are going to have a... Once I get this thing fueled, we'll... Yeah, I'm still worried about fuel. Here, take that Curtis.
Okay.
And once I get fueled, I'll step in and we'll put our heads together and figure out what we want to do.
Okay.
Alright?
Sounds good.
Yeah, don't leave without me.
Sorry?
I said don't leave without me. Oh, and don't let me forget I need cigarettes.
Okay.
Excuse me. Alright, here we go. Yet. No. Don't need any. Bump 22. Wow, looks like a big old power plant or something over there to the left. It's tall and got a bunch of lights. Good mile away and huge. Alright. Alright, we're gonna step inside. Let's see what I got going on here. Evaluate this situation real quick. Actually, not bad on it. It's not a complete full emergency on cigarettes yet. Alright, we'll be back shortly. Been about a 200-yard walk to the office here, so be right back. Oh. What's up? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God almighty, what all did you get? Alright, I'm gonna have me a little munchie here real quick. There's your credit card. Let me do some paperwork while I'm sitting here thinking about it before I forget.
You're gonna stay back there?
Until we get parked, then it's my turn. There we go.
Metropolis is this.
What was that?
What metropolis is this?
Oh, it's some. I think it wants to call itself Charleston, Tennessee.
Charleston, Tennessee. Okay.
Oh. How far are we from Birmingham, you think? Or Huntsville? Damn log's gonna be pissed off in about an hour. Yeah. We'll see where we're at when we get there. What time did we leave?
About 4:30.
Okay. Alright, so. Alright. Back. Todd Steele, no. I mean, Todd's asking about a parade. It's just our typical form up at the airport behind the back stretch. And then when the time comes, drive through the infield to the garage. So, here, let's scroll down a couple. Okay, y'all are talking about remembering Chattahoochee, Tennessee. Matt, okay. Mom, James, if you're still here, I think there's, yep, Chattanooga. We're closing on Chattanooga there. Yep. All right, Todd Steele, hello. James Rowell, hello. Matt, 59 through Fort Payne, Gadsden, etc. Yeah, 10-4 on that, James. James Rowell, yes, that was the whole concept, was just avoiding the hurricane and any after effects. And that's what we managed to do there. Todd Steele, do you have a... Alright, I answered that one. Showcase event at Walmart Super Center in Talladega tomorrow at 5 and 7. Yeah, 10-4 on that, Matt. Alright, Brandon Gray, hello! Alright, and with that, I'm going to put some groceries down my neck. Did you hear that Matt Benedetto is going to drive? Yeah, Gage Man. Yeah, Gage Man. Yes, that is. Yep. That's been the rumor. So, anyway, y'all were reminiscing about hurricanes there a while back. I'm sure my mother, if I throw out a word here, she could elaborate. I think it was Donna. Hurricane Donna.
What's Hurricane Gussie?
Who?
Hurricane Gussie.
Jesse?
Gussie.
Spell that.
Try it. I don't know if I can.
Oh. Ah,
That's not.
Brandon Gray, I don't think so there, sir. I don't even know. When the hell are we going to Kansas?
Next week.
Next week?
I don't know who's on the card.
Hmm.
Who's on the card for that?
But they've already got Martinsville wrapped.
Yep.
That's good.
Whenever we run Can-Am,
Hmm.
because last week he kept the car so clean.
No. So they taking that car back to Kansas? I guess it probably wouldn't hurt.
After that call, it's not that chassis 900. That's not
No
scheduled-
idea.
Not scheduled for anything else for the rest of the year. But I hear we're going to run it somewhere else.
Maybe they should have scheduled it for a show car event.
Maybe they should.
No.
Call passes.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, Devin. Devin and Aaron are going to come visit
We're in.
Kansas. They got cold bass. All right, where you got? There you go.
Alright, Ron, let me show you something here. Look at that.
All right, Matt, 10-4. We'll have to try that. Hold both buttons at once. Well, I hope it don't melt down. All right, does anybody recognize this Darlin Macon Chobaldini?
He wrote something in Spanish up above.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Where? Do you know anything about Spanish?
Oh,
All right, what's that?
I don't know. I could look it up.
Oh, okay. All right,
I'll do Google Translate.
yeah. Okay, unfortunately, I'm seeing that triple K there, but being Spanish, I have a feeling he don't associate it the way we associate it. All right, 10-4 on that, Brandon. How's that work? I mean, you know, that I'm sure that if that happens, you know, Brandon Gray says his name's going to be on the car in Kansas. Hola, that's hello. Gurzada Boa Virgin para los seis.
was
you say?
that's not a good translation. Oh, it's Portuguese. Hola. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's just. Oh, it's Portuguese.
Yeah, so maybe he's from Brazil.
All right,
Is that the
so
guy from Brazil?
hello to Portugal. Darian Macon Tabaldini. Yeah. Yeah. And Matt's singing, "Oh, Donna." Asman 30, hello. Asman, so far, yeah, that's the deal. Asking if I'm going to drive the hauler. Yeah. Need to be 18 to get garage passes, but I think I'm going to get them for Darlington and just, yeah, good luck on that there, 510.
Now you can have a cold pass.
Yeah.
You just can't have a hot pass.
There you go.
Oh, Plan B. Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, 10-4 on that, Brandon. Okay, Plan B sales, 10-4.
You got GPS here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10-4 on the pick there, Devin. Alright.
I don't.
Engage man, he's one of our he's an intern with the race team. His name is Liam.
Talladega,
Film 510. A cold pass means that you can only be in the garage when the cars are not moving under their own power. Alright, a hot pass means you can be in the garage all day. Okay? A cold pass,
That's for the Walmart.
you will be expected to leave the garage while it is what is considered hot.
I'm showing 2 hours. 40
Yeah.
minutes.
So
2 hours 54.
while you're pursuing your pass, you want to see if you can get a hot pass.
I guess it depends on the route. Carl Long. What Carl Long say?
No, it's talking about Brandon. Brandon's been dealing with Carl Long.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Brandon is my unofficial PR guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Same one I got. Unless you're 2 hours.
Oh, here, hold on. Here is all the information for this deal. Here.
That's all I
Okay. You got it?
right now.
What is this? Yeah, okay. Here, just put this one. We'll get down there near the racetrack and then we'll.
Ron, according to my GPS, I got 2 hours and 40 minutes to destination.
Okay.
And right here, you see this on the map.
Alright, hold on.
This thing says
What do you got? Let me see.
See there, Gadsden. See where that Highway 77, that's where that restaurant is. You get on it right there and go straight to it.
Alright, where? Over here?
Yeah, see Gadsden, see it 77 coming down.
Right here?
Comes right by the racetrack.
Alright, what about the truck wash?
It's all over here. It's all,
Well, we need a truck wash.
well, the 77 is gonna go right one exit from it on that side of the racetrack. Where Mason's gonna get whooped.
There's a truck wash there.
It's one exit down.
So what do you recommend that in Gadsden? I guess.
got his phone, the GPS right there. And I'll look up.
So the truck wash is one exit west?
Yep, it's where it needs to be.
Alright. Alright. Alright, let's get rolling here. Take care of some priorities. Food in my belly. Still got some coffee left. Here we go.
Turnips to need.
What do you need?
Just tell it it's turnip seed.
Turnip seed.
Turnip seed.
Turnip what?
Turnip seed.
Turnip seed, like turnip root.
Oh, turnip seed. Oh, I remember that. I've actually, God, it's been 15, 20 years since I've been to turnip seed. I didn't think it even existed anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Are you gonna need me to navigate, or do you know where you're going?
Well, we'll get on 59. This thing, we're gonna have to stop probably an hour or so to keep this thing from getting pissed off. And we'll evaluate again. Alright. What's it gonna take to get out of here? There we go, I see a stop sign. Excuse me.
Oh, I think I know about this hill you're talking about on the other side of Chattanooga.
Mount Eagle.
Yeah, okay. I took that road. I didn't realize that's what it was called.
Yeah.
But I took it, I ran the Great Race.
Oh,
Remember we were
God
talking
almighty,
about
you
that?
have had so much damn fun.
You remember?
How in the hell have you... Oh,
We were
where's
talking
75? Yeah, I do remember you talking about it. You did the Great Race. What kind of vehicle were you in?
It was a 1953 Dodge Power Wagon tow truck.
Yeah, okay.
And the first year we did it, we went through Chattanooga and actually stayed the night there.
Yeah.
That's the head of. That's where Coker Tire is based out of,
Oh, yeah.
and they're main sponsor of the race.
Yeah.
And we went down the hill. Well, first we went up,
Yeah.
then we went down. We almost lost our brakes. We were running that thing in low gear,
Really?
trying to be as careful as possible. And towards the end,
And still burned the brakes up.
oh yeah,
Wow.
it was rough.
No.
And of course, it's a timed road rally, so you're supposed
Right.
to
So
maintain.
was that on 75 or 59?
I don't remember. I just remember the big
Yeah.
hill
Yeah.
and being real scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
75 or get on 24?
Excuse me?
Are you gonna stay on 75?
We're looking for 59.
59. Okay.
What does 24 do?
Gotcha.
What is...
He has to right there.
Okay.
What were you looking at 24 about? Where's it go?
I think it. Hold on.
I think Curtis was talking about taking 59 to Gadsden and then getting on Highway 77 down to, I think it's called Lincoln, Alabama.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 24 will take you to 59.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
where's that at?
That's 30 miles.
Chattanooga?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, 59 and, 24. 24 comes out of Nashville, don't it? Yeah, I've been on that route. Now I think about it. But anyway, this thing will, you see, that's how much time I got left in my day.
Right.
That's how much time I got left to drive in my day. And it's wanting me to take my half-hour break. Okay? I've got a 2-hour window to take that half-hour break. So we'll just proceed thusly until it starts getting pissed off. When it turns red, we'll look for a place to take a break. You got an exit number for that 24?
Exit 2, I believe.
Alright, are we headed north or south? Well, let's see. We headed east or west on it?
West.
Okay. How long we stay on that? Just shortly, right?
Yeah. Let's see. 11 miles.
And
Then
59
for
south.
for 80 miles. Yep.
What's at the end of that 80 miles?
77.
77.
Toward Atala, Rainbow City.
Alright. Well, like I said, we'll be taking a break before we get all tangled up in most of that crap. We'll be on 59 before we take a break. Saw some lights come on and go out.
Where?
Straight ahead of us.
Oh.
Might be that damn motorhome we encountered in the forest. Yeah, no, okay. Didn't want, alright. Never mind. Wipers, yeah. See the haze? Yeah. You get a little bit of heat in there to be able to see right. lights.
Yeah. That always helps.
Still got water coming in?
Yeah.
Is it getting more aggressive, or is it just still kind of
Still, yeah, it's still just kind of occasionally.
Well, I may not have got the whole thing, but I did bring the tube with us,
That's
so we can, in the daylight, we can get more aggressive with it. You see that brain dead just jump in front of us?
yeah, I saw that.
Pissed off, but it ain't pissed off because it need a break.
What's that?
It don't know where it's at. It's lost its downlink or whatever. GPS, what? It's something. It'll do that, and then every once in a while, it'll begin. familiar with Hot Rod? Well, yeah. You know Hot Rod Magazine.
Yep.
All right, it's been 15, 20 years ago. They published a bucket list, a 100-point automotive bucket list, and just doing my job, I've knocked out about 30 or 40 of them.
You've driven 30 or 40 of them?
Yeah. And anyway, if I ever get the time, I'd really like to pursue just knocking out every one of them. I mean, they include stuff like Goodwood.
Oh yeah.
They include stuff like the Reno Air Races, the Silver State 200 or whatever it is. You know, some really obscure but epic stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the Pikes Peak Hill Climb,
Oh yeah.
the Salt Flats, okay, and then some of it like cruising Daytona Beach is part of the Hot Rod bucket list. Guess what? I knocked that out when I was like 3 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's pretty cool.
All right, what exit did you say? 2. So 9 miles. West on 24.
Yep.
Here, you see them? See him? He's green again?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he figured out where he's at. very small child. Chattanooga's got some pretty epic tourist attractions.
Oh yeah, that's really kind of exploded.
Yeah, but I mean, when I was a kid, they had, actually Mount Eagle might be part of. They got a spot where you can see like 5. Okay, yeah. They got the, you put the quarter in, and
Oh yeah,
you can look through the telescope, and you can see Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama. Maybe, yeah, you see a stupid number of states from this one spot. They got the, I think it was an inclined railway that goes up a damn mountain like this. It's a cogged railway.
Yeah.
The bottom of the car's got a gear, and or maybe that was the Fontana Dam. That might have been the Fontana Dam. But Rock City, I think Rock City is in Chattanooga. You know, the barns that say "See Rock City."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a cool place. I'd go there again.
Huh?
I'd want to visit there just to relax.
Where's that?
Chattanooga.
Oh yeah.
And I've been there once, but it wasn't a ton of relaxing. We actually took a duck boat out on the Tennessee River.
Oh, cool.
Definitely cool to see. Lots of bridges.
Yeah. Were we on a riverboat or
Yeah.
one of the whitewater rafting things?
No, it was a duck boat. Like the military.
What?
The military buses that go in the water.
Oh, okay. Oh, duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, that's cool. We used to have those in Daytona.
Really.
They'd drive right off the beach out the ocean.
That would have been something to see.
So here's exit 4. Wait, did you say exit 3? 2. Okay, excuse me. I'm running my mouth too much. So here's 4. Here's 3 coming up.
Still got about 2.5 miles until the exit.
Well, I had somebody trying to sneak up on the right there and didn't want to block the lane on us.
Skip it.
Well, that was painless. Oh, big iron bird.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Moo, big iron bird.
Alright, so you're on here for about 6 miles.
Okay.
Oh, and then you're gonna keep left at a fork. Just stay on 24 west. For then another 11 miles.
59. Yeah, it says we're on 59 right here. Oh, 16 miles. Okay. A song called the Chattanooga Choo Choo. Yeah. Chattanooga Choo Choo, won't you carry me home? Chattanooga, Chattanooga, da, da, Chattanooga, Chattanooga.
Makes sense. They've got like paintings on some of the buildings in the town.
Yeah, it's that. I think I want to say it was like a World War II era big band kind of song.
Yeah.
probably looking for 178, maybe.
we're looking for, well,
Exit number.
yeah, we're looking for exit 167
67.
to get on the 59.
Oh, okay.
But in just about a mile,
Right.
we're gonna stay left to stay on 24.
Alright, on 2 lanes. I think we got that covered.
Yep. Just past the billboard for the incline railway you were talking about.
Aha, there you go. Dude, you know how old I was when all that happened?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say I was 4. And I can still remember that. I mean, not all of it, but part of it. They had this ski lift situation too. They went up the side of a mountain and come back down, I think.
Yeah.
And then you're hanging there, your feet are dangling, and you're crossing valleys that are like 200 feet below you.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. I was having a blast.
Alright, in 11 miles.
Oh! 11 miles, what happened?
Use the left 2 lanes to take exit 167 for 59 south.
river over here to our right. Yep.
It's still dripping a little bit.
You feel it every once in a while?
Yeah, it's not the same as it was.
No. But it's not filling the door up.
No.
Okay. I looked over and over there drooling on the window. What?
Yeah, I'm not ready to pass out.
Alright.
I'll stay with you until you're on 59.
Yeah, get on 59.
Still got.
Yeah, look over there. Way on top of the mountain over there.
Oh my gosh.
This has got to be some glorious freaking terrain in the daylight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's the left two lanes. Exit 167.
Oh, Georgia. Okay. So, Tennessee, Georgia. Tennessee, Georgia, 181. 799 181 799 Tennessee, Georgia.
it's going to be either the 2 left lanes.
Yeah, I understand. I'm crossing my fingers if we don't have to move over, but looks like we do. So here we go. That's how I ended up on Mount Eagle. We're in Georgia. We're near Lafayette, Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a friend who lived in Lafayette.
Alright, you'll stay on here for 80 miles.
Alright. And then we're going to pick up that 77.
Yep.
Alright, we'll have to take a break here shortly.
Gotcha. Alright. I might doze off here.
No, you're good. You're good. Why are you in the left lane if you can't do the speed limit?